Nikki, you're muted. Tough look for a young person.
Hey, Bumper, how has the, intensity been from the coaching staff going into like a second year of this era? Has it been even more intense?
Yes, it really has. It's like, so Coach Pittman, the way he runs his program, it's, he's coaching everyone. He's coaching us and he's coaching his coaches. So I feel like the intensity that our position coaches put on us, he puts towards them, and it's great to see, and it creates such a great environment for us to practice in.
Tom?
Bumper, I'm wondering about points of emphasis in spring for the linebacking core. Where do y'all want to be a better unit this year?
So we're right now with Coach here, we're working a ton of hands, trying to, get off blocks, be physical at the point of attack. And I think that's something that we're going to work every single day, because those were things last year that we struggle with. And it's just so important, especially in the SEC, to be able to have block destruction. So I think that's going to be one of our biggest points of emphasis.
We got Grant's take on Shearer, who's just a few years older than him. How are you taking the new assistant coach?
I love him, and he's so technical, and he's so passionate about it because he's been in our shoes. So when we run meetings, whatever we get agitated with, he was in the same seats, so he knows not to do those things. I mean, we'll get through our tape. He'll rip guys, and there's just such respect between each other because we know that he did it at such a high level, and that we all want to ultimately get that same success. So it's been great so far, and I'm looking forward to it.
Great. And hey, my last thing: who won the day? Who had good plays for you on defense today? Maybe takeaways or just good plays?
I don't think we had any takeaways today on our end of the field, but I mean, it's like our whole unit is just we're playing great together. It's like we haven't skipped a beat. The season ended and we didn't get to play our last game. It's kind of like that hunger is still there to play that last game throughout spring ball. So as a unit, like the communication is unreal, and it's just kind of like everyone's talking, and it's cool to see.
Thank you.
Scotty?
Hey, Bumper, I'm wondering if you've been able to glean anything, learn anything, about the defense as a whole through 2 days.
What do you mean about from how it looks for us?
Just like what you guys, early outlook, what might be a strength defensively.
Yes. So, I mean, we've done some things to our D-line with a new D-line coach, and it's kind of made our D-line's job easier. And ultimately, our communication through the back end is what's going to make us successful. If we're all on the same page, that's what's going to ultimately make us a top defense in the SEC. And I feel like we're all on the same page. And honestly, when we put pads on, it's going to be exciting.
Any skill guys on the offensive side caught your eye to this point?
It's good to see Oglesby back in there, running back, and then obviously Traylon, and our O-line is they're getting physical, they're getting mean, and like I said, when we put pads on, it's gonna be exciting getting to get after those guys.
Nate?
Sam Pittman talked about increasing the pass rush. Has the linebackers been more involved in the pass rush these last couple of practices?
Yes, we've been working on adding on whenever we got man on the back. One of us gets the back, and then another guy add on, or our guy blocks trying to get to the quarterback. Just things we can do to help out, since we do only have three down linemen. We got to help out in the pass rush, and ultimately that will help our safeties and DBs with as much zone as we play.
Thank you.
Hutch?
Yeah, Bumper, what have been your impressions of those two young guys that you've gotten there with the linebackers, Marco and Chris?
Yeah, so Marco, he hasn't been on the field just quite yet, and but Chris, he's starting to get it. I know, the first day, we're in the meeting rooms, and of course we're giving the freshmen, their freshman welcome, and he's kind of just wide-eyed, but now he's starting to take in information. He's starting to see it on the field, and I think he's going to be a special player.
Nate, did you have another question? Okay.
Just lowering your hand, not raising it.
Last call. Trey?
Yeah, Bumper, I was curious about some of the other young guys like JT, Keelan, Burrell. Like, how are those guys progressing? And also, for you personally, your off-season goals, what were some of the things you were trying to improve on and you feel like you accomplished them?
Yeah, JT and Keelan kind of came into the same boat. Their progression just through knowing the defense has been big for them. I know Keelan, he's a great person to be around. He's got a great personality, and you want to see him be successful. And he's starting to slowly get it, and it's exciting to see. JT the same way, and but through the off season, my biggest thing was I didn't necessarily get an off season last year just because of my back surgery. So this year, getting a full cycle, I've been focusing on gaining weight, and then ultimately my speed. And I feel like we've done, with Coach Walker really diving in on the nutrition side of things has been huge for me. And I feel healthy, and I'm really excited about this upcoming season.
What is your weight at?
228.
All right, Tom, last one.
Yeah, Bumper, Sam Pittman told us the other day that one of the things your guys are looking at is widening the defensive ends a little bit. And I'm wondering, how does that change responsibilities for linebackers? What does that do to the fits and stuff?
So we kind of dabbled with that last year. We didn't have a for sure set on what we were doing with them just because we were really multiple last year, but we've kind of honed in on doing a certain technique. And, they worked at Tulsa. And I think that, if we can get it done right and get our D-line lined up, it's going to be, it's going to open up me and Grant, and it's going to be really big for us.
Thanks.
Thank y'all.
Thanks, Bumper.